Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Tez, back at you with another Eden Zero video breakdown discussion review. First things first, I know you can actually see me. This is brand new. I'm taking a different approach with these videos moving forward. So I hope you enjoy actually seeing me for the first. If this is probably your first time seeing me, I think I've done this once before and I never did it again. You can usually see me over on my Twitch, but I don't really put my face out over here. But again, like I said, I'm moving in a different direction as far as one, trying to deliver this content, and two, it's just gonna help me because I'm a dad and this is my time is limited and short. So I gotta find a way to get this stuff out as quickly as possible, but still saying what I need to say, and hopefully you guys like it. But Eden Zero chapter 133 entitled Following Ziggy's Path. So our girl Zayame basically, she came back. She stepped back in just for a little bit to just recap everything that's happened, and I was just wondering when we were actually going to see her again. I know we saw her on the front and I was just like, oh, so is she's finna make herself known, you know, she's finna show up and do her thing, which is pretty much just narrate this story that's ever confusing, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around it, which I don't think I ever actually will. But what we do get after she's told us everything that's previously happened and catching anyone back up, which I don't really see the point of doing it, we get back to seeing Zeno pretty much giving each of the crew their individual advice while they're still training, and it's more or less, hey, Wise, do this. Rebecca still can't break out of her own cocoon, you know, teaching Hamura's concern with her stance with holding her sword, but he also imparts some wisdom as well as a compliment upon Shiki, pretty much saying that, oh, he's getting better, but you know, he still doesn't have that strength behind his gravity. Like, one's gravity is the weight of your heart, pretty much. So the way he explained it, when I was thinking about it, I'm like, so you have to not only harness your heart or have like a full big exploding heart, like you need to be courageous, have this driving force or the weight of the heart, as he said it, but you also need to be able to maintain tranquility, which was like, you need to harness the power of your emotions without them bursting forth in you. Like, your gravity will become much stronger once you learn how to harness your emotions. Like, you ever seen a really calm angry person? That's the best way I could describe it. So like, you need to be able to harness that rage without fully succumbing to that rage and falling deeper, because the center of all gravity is where you go, and once you hit that deep point, you don't go back. Like, that's where Ziggy is now. So I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. We're getting a little glimpse into what potentially could be how we start breaking down how these powers work, because if that's just for gravity, and we saw Zeno using gravity for many things, who's to say that other abilities can't be used the exact same way? You know, who is to say? And then Rebecca's training still continues and hasn't bore any fruit in the actual bathing area, which was kind of funny to see her still tied up, which is like, oh yeah, we're not gonna unbind you, pretty much, because this is a part of your training. And then sister comes in, she's like, all right, you best get up out of these constraints, because if not, it's gonna get a little nasty. And you know, Rebecca doesn't want that. I'm pretty sure some of y'all want to see that. I enjoyed seeing it. I'm not gonna say what I did or didn't. Seeing Witch and Sister, sure. It's Ooh, let's get past that though. Let's get past that though. But then so Zai comes right back up again, and then she skips us 7 days ahead, which we know we already had 7 days to complete this entire training. All of this training, because Zeno was going to be going into maintenance mode and so on and so forth, and he wanted to pass his power along. And I'm just like, okay, you skipped all this. Why? Why? I wanted to see this. Like, I was okay. Like, I don't need to jump back into the story. I'm okay with having a little downtime just to see how everybody progresses, see what can be enhanced upon, what does get enhanced upon, and what ways they can move forward with some of their powers and abilities. I'm just like, she said it was boring, so we're just gonna skip ahead. I'm like, it wasn't boring to me, but I can't really complain about it now. But you know, after all that is said and done, and the crew's getting ready pretty much to just leave, Zeno saying like he's gonna stay here on Foresta, but before they actually depart, which kind of questions him regarding how long it's been since he's actually met, or when he met Ziggy. I was just like, oh, so we're coming back to this again. And then he basically said it'd been about 100 years since they first actually met. And we do know that Ziggy, thus 15 years ago, confirmed by sister also, was when they actually started their quest to go find Mother. So we're just like, all right, we're just trying to put together as to why people aren't remembering the shining stars, because even Nadia back in the cave was like, oh, Ziggy was alone. Everyone keeps saying Ziggy's been alone. So I'm trying not to read too deeply into it, because Zai also said time is irrelevant. If anyone else has watched anything that had anything to do with time manipulation or time travel, it was present when Rebecca did the leap. When she leapt those 2 times, I believe it's 2 times she leapt, the timeline was not exactly the same. So I'm kind of considering it as, even when in the early chapters I said time is irrelevant, back when those 2 astronauts found that B cube that belonged to Rebecca on that moon, and this was like way into the future, and I'm just like, So I think it may have something to do with that. Which thinks it may have something to do with someone maybe purposely erasing them from other folks' memories. Like, who knows? But like I said, we know the shining stars were there with Ziggy when he set out and upon getting Shiki. So with the crew taking off, we see Couchpo, Laguna, and Chris back in the mess hall, and they're still wondering what Big Sister's doing down in this mess hall. Like, Couchpo is not leaving. I'm officially coining Couchpo the next Moscow. She's just a part of the crew. Her and Moscow, I ship them together wholeheartedly. You know, that is what it is. And they're like, yo, we're about to pretty much go into war. Things about to get a little crazy around here, and you're still on this ship. And she's like, yeah, nothing ain't as crazy as y'all trying to take this good unknown food from me. She's like, I could make 3 years worth of videos if I'd found this place just in that meantime, because Couchpo loves her food. I'm like, I'm with it, I respect that. But she's like, yeah, y'all tripping. It can't be as bad as y'all trying to take this from me, and I can show you better than I can tell you. So they were just like, oh okay, you know. We don't want none with Couchpo. Let Couchpo do her thing. Let her stay down there and eat. She'll be all right. I'm predicting at any point when stuff goes bad, Couchpo gonna show up and do something stupidly unexpected just for the sake of food. Kind of like Charmy in Black Clover. Just she's one of those characters. I'm like, I'm for this. I'm for this. And then we hop right back over to the Edens 1, which we hadn't seen in Lord knows how long. And we're seeing Ziggy talk about how the basic robotic outbreak on Forrester was it was a failed attempt, yes, but it was just kind of a little test more than anything, just to, I guess, he wanted to see how Shiki and the rest of the crew would handle that type of situation. But then we also get some information regarding his backstory, which I thought was actually dope, because we hear all these tales about Ziggy, the Demon King Ziggy. And let me say something else while I'm at it. Every person that spoke about Ziggy, no one has ever said anything good about Ziggy. I want y'all to think about that. I have yet recalled any one person to truly say, like, to know Ziggy prior to whatever this memory loss thing is that he claimed he had lost his memories. The Ziggy that everyone knew in that 15-year interval type, like, oh yeah, that's fine. But I'm like, yo, does anybody have any memories of Ziggy before the memory loss? Like, you know, Zeno was his master, but I don't even think that was for a certain period of time. But like, what were Ziggy's true motives? Like, I'm still looking forward to finding that information out. And I'm very scripted with my hands. I'm just realizing this now. This will get better, y'all. Don't say nothing about these hands. They gonna move. I talk with my hands. You know what I'm saying? But he does tell us about him losing his memories and his search for Mother, which ultimately led him to, one, retrieve those memories, but he also came across Shiki, and something about Shiki in that discovery just let him know he needed to take Shiki in. Like, it was something more worthwhile and valuable than his memories. But after powering down, and he doesn't even know how he came back up, his memories all returned, which utterly made him realize what it was about Shiki. You know, Shiki, not only because I believe it was Wizard who was asking him, the 4 Dark Stars was asking him, oh, does he pose a threat to your plans to basically have the entire universe run by robots? He's like, nah, not only does he pose a threat to robots, he imposes a threat to the entire universe. Like, what is it about Shiki that's so crazy? Like, what would make him so dangerous? Is he the offspring of Mother? Is he the reincarnation of Mother? Who knows? I'm just speculating. I'm just running off on my thoughts, trying to figure out what it could be. And then after that, he claims he no longer has family and finally shifts over to what looks like a real Mao, you know, Demon King form. I was just like, okay, Ziggy, you coming with the drip, big dog? You doing us like that? Alright, man. Look, I ain't saying I'm about to go ham with the Ziggy information, but I was like, bro, you looking a little Skull Knight, Dark Knight monish, and I can respect it. I wholeheartedly respect it. But I was like, my man really looking like a Demon King out here. And that's pretty much where the chapter ends, y'all. I got nothing much else to say about it. I'm always still hyped to see what's gonna come next. I'm truly hyped to see what's gonna come next. Y'all will see me like this for quite some time now. Like I said, Dad, I got 2 daughters, and time is of the essence. So man, I hope y'all like the new format. If y'all haven't already, like always I say, man, like the video, subscribe, share it with somebody, comment. I don't really get many comments on these, but I hope y'all do comment, man. I appreciate any comments that I do get. And like always, y'all be good, y'all be blessed, be safe out here in these streets, man. Peace.